There is some mind-blowing news that will leave you on the edge of your seat. Today's headline: China's bombshell export ban, unleashing chaos and sparking a colossal crash in the electric vehicle market. It's a plot twist no one saw coming, and we're diving deep into the drama, dissecting the aftershocks of this shocking move. This will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. In 2017, the revolution of electric vehicles was gathering steam. Driven by innovation and the prospect of sustainability, numerous nations, including the United States, looked to China for essential raw materials. These crucial EV components were provided at low prices by China, which at the time was the unchallenged leader in the manufacture of rare earth elements, which helped to advance the global EV sector. But there were certain issues with depending just on one source. A few specialists issued a warning regarding possible long-term hazards, pointing out the dominance of China in the RE industry and prospective changes to policy in the future. The ease of use and affordability of Chinese rare earth elements persisted in propelling the sector in spite of these cautions. In the present day, the discussion around EVs and REs has grown increasingly nuanced. Even though there haven't been any official export limits from China, the situation is changing as a result of talks and suggestions about possible limitations. There is talk of export limitations on rare earth materials in China, which could pose a challenge to the electric vehicle revolution. With these components essential to the manufacturing of EV batteries, China now holds a commanding 60% of the world's refined rare earth elements. The EV business has been affected, even though there isn't a definitive ban as of yet. This is due to a number of factors. The conservation of resources is one of them. Although China has a sizable share of the world's stocks of rare earth elements, issues with equitable distribution and long-term sustainability remain. Geopolitical tensions is next. One possible explanation could be the ongoing trade battle between the United States and China, in which REs could be used as a negotiating chip. Domestic industry development is an additional one. By limiting RE exports, China may put more emphasis on its own EV industry while promoting homegrown development. It's unclear what kind of effects these limits might have. Although brief disruptions and price changes are possible, the degree of each depends on a number of variables. Significant REE reserves are held by other nations like Australia, Brazil, and the US, and these nations are also building processing capacity. Changing up your sources could help reduce shortages. Reliance on particular REEs may be lessened by research into better recycling techniques and other materials. Trade agreements and cooperative efforts might guarantee steady supplies of REEs to any country. Undoubtedly, rare earth metals are essential parts of EV batteries and have the key to the door of a cleaner transportation future. China is a major player in this business, generating a large amount of refined REEs and possessing about 35% of the world's deposits. But emphasizing prospective policy changes and concentrating just on China presents an incomplete picture. Although significant, nickel and lithium aren't the only REs utilized in EV batteries. To lessen dependency on particular elements and investigate alternative minerals, diversification initiatives are in progress. Although China plays a major role, other nations, such as the US, Australia, and Brazil, have deposits and are building up their processing capacities. In order to have a reliable supply chain, suppliers must be varied. There have been discussions and suggestions about possible limitations on China's exports of REEs. In order to secure a sustainable and resilient EV future, this dynamic emphasizes how crucial it is to diversify REE sources and investigate alternative technologies. Furthermore, managing this complicated terrain and guaranteeing a seamless transition to a cleaner and more sustainable transportation future would require international cooperation and diplomacy. There may be an abrupt drop in the supply of readily available REs if China prohibits shipments of these materials. This fundamental economics rule states that decreased supply frequently results in higher prices. The degree of the limits and the capacity of other nations to increase output would determine how severe the price volatility would be. REEs are necessary parts of EV batteries, and the cost of these materials directly affects how much batteries are made. For EV makers, a jump in REE prices would mean higher production costs. price changes may affect the cost of other EV components and production procedures, with impacts seen all the way down the supply chain. Alternative sources of rare earth elements are being actively investigated and developed by several nations, which may assist to stabilize the supply and lessen price pressure. Research on better recycling techniques and other materials may help lessen dependency on particular REs, which would lower price volatility. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to stay connected with our journey through the world of innovation. Feel free to share your thoughts and comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Stay tuned for more exciting insights into the world of technology and innovation.